You probably think you have plenty of time. Time to travel, time to start that business, time to create that video, time to get in shape, time to tell someone how you really feel. You'll tell yourself you'll do it eventually. Maybe next month, maybe next year. When you have more money, when you feel more confident, when life finally slows down. But there's just one thing that nobody seems to want to talk about. Eventually isn't a date on a calendar. And the unsettling truth is, you have no idea how much time you actually have. I want you to think about the last 5 years of your life. Seriously, where were you 5 years ago? What were you worried about? Who were you talking to? What did you think your life would look like by now? Because somehow, those 5 years are gone. And you probably didn't even notice them leaving. There was no moment when someone announced, "Congratulations, 5 years have passed." It just happened. One Monday became another, one birthday became another, one Christmas became another, and suddenly you're here. The strange thing about time, we experience it one day at a time, but we remember it in years. And that's exactly why it's so easy to waste. Because wasting one day doesn't feel like wasting your life. It's just one day. You scroll for another hour, watch another episode, put something off until tomorrow, stay in bed a little bit longer, tell yourself you'll start on Monday. Then Monday comes, and another Monday, and another, until the thing you promised yourself you'd do someday has been sitting in the back of your mind for years, and you barely noticed it happening. Maybe there's something you've wanted to do for a long time. Create something, travel somewhere, learn something new, change your life, leave something meaningful behind, reconnect with someone, become healthier, or become happier. Whatever it is, I'm willing to bet you've told yourself, "I'll do it when the time is right." But what if the time never feels right? What if confidence never suddenly arrives? What if you never wake up one morning feeling completely ready? Maybe we're just waiting for a version of ourselves that doesn't exist. A version without fear, a version with enough money, enough confidence, enough experience, enough time. And while we wait to become that person, our actual life is happening. Think about this. The people you love, they're getting older too. The conversations you have with them today, they won't last forever. The places you can go now won't always be accessible. And the people you have in your life today won't always be there. And this isn't meant to scare you. It's just to remind you of something simple. Nothing stays the same. Your life isn't paused while you figure everything out. Time doesn't wait until you're ready. It doesn't care if you're having a difficult year. It doesn't care if you're afraid. It doesn't care if you haven't figured yourself out yet. It just keeps moving. And maybe that's why we're so good at distracting ourselves, because it's easier to scroll than to reflect. It's easier to watch someone else's life than to build our own. It's just easier to say, "I'm tired," than to admit, "I'm afraid." It's easier to stay comfortable than to risk failing. But eventually, comfort becomes confinement, and you don't notice the walls that are being built. You simply wake up one day and realize you've been standing in the same place for years. But here's the good news. You're watching this right now, which means you still have time. You don't need to transform your entire life tomorrow. You don't need to quit everything. You don't need to become someone completely different. You just need to stop waiting for your life to begin. If there's something you've been postponing, take one step, send the message, create the video, apply for the job, book the trip, go outside, start the workout, pick up the guitar, call your family, whatever it is, make it real. Because starting imperfectly is still starting, and being afraid doesn't mean you shouldn't act. Sometimes it means you finally found something worth acting on. One day you'll look back on your life and you'll realize something, that those ordinary days you didn't thought matter, they were your life. The quiet Mondays, the random Tuesday nights, the mornings you wish would end, the conversations you barely remember, the sunsets you didn't stop to appreciate, all of them, they were a part of it. So don't spend your entire life waiting for the good part to begin, because there's never a perfect moment. There may never be enough money or enough confidence or enough certainty. There is only this moment, and right now you still have time, so use it. Don't wait for someday, because someday isn't waiting for you. Someday is made of days like today.